Good morning, Jane's Weather subscribers. Welcome to Monday, December 11th. We have a cyclone and we have a cut-off low that's dominating the pattern this morning. So here's the very large cut-off low that is over South Australia, extending some rain out into Victoria and into Tasmania there. There's a lot of heat in between, and here's the cyclone in through here off the Queensland coast. Let's have a look at the latest guidance for that one. So here it is all the way out here this morning. It is downgraded to a Category 1. It is meant to move south of Willis Island and then increase again to a Category 2 as it approaches the coast. The crossing is likely to be right around Port Douglas. This is the latest information as of this morning. Do keep up to date. We've got this page here. Just go to Jane's Update and click on the cyclone and you'll constantly get the latest information, updating every 6 hours at the moment, but as soon as it starts to affect communities, every 3 hours. So this has it as a Category 2, crossing on Wednesday during the middle of the day around Port Douglas. So that's the latest guidance there. Let's have a look at what that means across the maps here. So here is Cyclone Jasper off the coast. Here is our cut-off, very complex low pressure system that's in through here, and the heat in the middle thanks to this high pressure system that is out over the Bight, over the Tasman Sea. Now there is another high that is over the Bight here, which is creating very calm conditions for Western Australia. So that's at least nice over on that side of the country. Let's have a look at the 8-day rain outlook. You can see the biggest falls are definitely here in the path of the cyclone. Most of this will be on Wednesday and Thursday, but there is a bit that's coming down to about Mackay there, so there is some wet weather associated with that. Here is the leftovers of this low. That has produced some very heavy falls, and it hasn't just been one day, it has been very slow moving, so it has been with us since last week, affecting South Australia, continuing to do that for about 2 more days. And we've got a bit to come across Victoria and Tasmania. Now, in the middle of that, there is the heat. However, when this moves through, there is a trough that comes with it. We know our troughs produce hit and miss showers and thunderstorms. So if you're directly underneath one of those thunderstorms, you can get a heavy fall. And that's where some of this is likely to be. So a bit of coming out from the cyclone, but definitely not the heavy falls. The trough moves through, showers and storms. Okay, let's go day by day. And into day 1, which is Monday, we're starting to see rain coming into the coast of these parts here. So not up near Port Douglas, which is where the crossing is likely to be, but to the south of that as we feel the underside of that system as it approaches. Here is almost the last part of this. Now, most of the heavy wet weather is off the coast here, but we still have this through eastern parts of South Australia and a bit across Victoria today. It is feeding down from the north. Heading into day 2, so here we are Tuesday. You can see it coming closer to the coast here. Still some wet weather down here around Mackay and northwards and a little bit south of there. Here is just the very last bit of the remains of that for day 2, which is Tuesday. Heading into Wednesday, here we have this crossing Victoria and into Tasmania, and we've got the start of that line, so showers and thunderstorms ahead of that line as it moves across New South Wales and Queensland, a little bit of heat relief. But here is the cyclone. It is doing the crossing during the day on Wednesday, which is day 3. Still a bit of wet weather to the south, most of the activity right up near where that crosses. Heading into Thursday, all of that wet weather now moving inland, but continuing at the coast. So this is a long burn, this one. We've seen it since last week, and it will keep on coming. Here's our showers and thunderstorms in that band with the trough as it moves through, and a little bit left over for the southeast as it comes in. And heading into day 5, which is Friday, all quiet over the southeast now, still nothing happening over in the west thanks to the high. Here are the remains of the cyclone in terms of the rain, and we've got our showers and thunderstorms all in this band in through here. So that's Friday, but let's have a look at Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. These are the 4 days. All of that continues up the top end, so this is an increase in wet weather right across the top thanks to the remains of that cyclone. We've got showers and storms in through here, and there's another little thing that's coming across the southeast, definitely not like the cut-off low that we've seen over South Australia. Okay, let's have a look closer at what this cyclone is likely to do. Now, we know we have a look on janesweather.com and we combine 4 different models, so you've got the consensus of those. Let's have a look at what the maps are for what each of these models are likely to show us. This is GFS, which is the USA model. So whenever you click on the side and have a look at USA, this is what the output is, but in a map format. And just so you know, our developers are working on this. We will have something for you next year that is quite similar. So here are the heavy falls predicted by the USA GFS model. It is between Cairns and north of Townsville. Townsville not seeing it, but it's these areas here that are likely to pick up the heavy falls. What is this? The peak here is around the 250 to 300 mark, south of Cairns in through there. So that's where the heaviest falls, according to this model, the USA, are likely to be. But there is heavy wet weather right down to about Mackay. Let's have a look at Access G. That is the Australian model. This one is one of the best, particularly in the short term for us here in Australia. It has the highest resolution that we have, particularly here. So having a look through here, Cairns is down here, but the heavy falls are right up to Cape Flattery. So this is the zone that is showing the heaviest falls. Still in through here, we've got this 250, 300 millimeter mark. So it is all between here and up in through here that have the heaviest falls. These in through here are showing up above 500 millimeters. So this is the potential that this brings as a Category 2 cyclone. Okay, let's head into another one, which is the Euro model. This has similar sort of thing as what GFS did, so USA, but this is north of Cairns, whereas the GFS one was down here in through this area here. So we can see across those three models that it's generally these areas here, so just south of Cairns up to about Cooktown, that are in the danger zone for the heaviest falls. And this one's around the 250 to 300 millimeter mark. Okay, so heading back into that Axis G, so Australia, you can see that one, the one that has the biggest spread of where that heavy falls are likely to be, and it also has the peak in that intensity with the falls over 500 millimeters. So that's the guidance. Have a look at your spot to see what it is doing in your particular area across those four models. Expand it out to each one so you get the full picture of what's happening. Okay, let's have a very quick chat about heat. So here we are, all the cold air associated with that cutoff low, all of the heat that is out to the east of that one. This is on Monday, and here is the effects of the cyclone. Into Tuesday, still here, still cool, but still here in terms of the heat. Wednesday, still here. Thursday, starting to move through. We've got it over New South Wales though, and the heat is starting to diminish in the southern parts of Queensland. Heading to Friday, there's still just a little bit of that left as the cooler air sweeps right on through. So that heat still have many days to come in terms of the heat wave that is over New South Wales and southern parts of Queensland. Okay, let's take a look. I've gone with Port Douglas this morning because on that map here, it has it going right in through here. So I thought I'd show you the guidance for that particular one. Okay, here we have the non-advanced. So this is just our straight consensus model. You can see today, not a lot happening. Heading into Tuesday, there is just light falls here up to 4 millimeters. But it starts to get going on Tuesday night. This is for Port Douglas, according to all of the different models. Here we have on Wednesday and Thursday, that's when the heaviest falls are likely to be, starting in the early afternoon. Now, this has got up to 419 millimeters, up to 376 millimeters. So that is a huge amount in through there, an average of 525. So that is across all of the models, and this is the point of Port Douglas where it comes in. So let's expand that out and have a look at who has it and who doesn't. You'll notice that the USA model, that's the light one. We saw that the falls for that one were further south of here. So that's the one that's saying not overly huge falls for here, whereas the yellow one, that is Australia, we saw the huge falls on that. Now, in terms of wind, the consensus doesn't do the best job on that yet because some of the models aren't showing a huge increase there. Whereas, let's have a look at that Australian model, which had the highest impact. So we'll just click on there and have a bit of a look at what that is showing us. So today, not much happening. Tomorrow, not much happening. But let's have a look at these wind gusts. Here, it increases by 3 o'clock on Wednesday afternoon. And let's go through. Here we are, 170. Let's see when it actually starts to bump up. So in the early hours of Wednesday, that's when we start to see this gust here that is moving through. So moving up above 100 by 6 a.m. on Wednesday. Look how high it goes. 172, 186, 190. What else have we got there? 197. That's at 4 o'clock on Wednesday afternoon. And we've got that continuing into here. So not quite as extreme, but yes, that gusty wet weather is going to continue as we go into Thursday. So there's lots to see here, lots to prepare for, obviously. You've known about this cyclone for quite some time now, thanks to it being expressed in the media. But this is the latest guidance this morning. Keep coming back at janesweather.com. bom.gov.au for the latest advice. Here under Jane's Update, head in to get that rain forecast, but also the latest on Jasper with the track, and that will update every 6 and then every 3 hours as it comes closer. I'll see you soon. Bye.